The time ran away with me. It's like, oh my goodness, it's 7 o'clock already. So today I am actually working in my 100-day project Mexico sketchbook, and I'm going to draw Frida Kahlo as one of our March Make a Difference. So that's my morning portrait is going to be of Frida Kahlo. So that's what I'm doing. Let me know what you guys are up to. This was from the drawing session that I did with Sam yesterday. If you missed it, the video is up and for a replay if you want to go and catch that. Good morning, C. Old morning. It's an old morning today, C. Really like how this one turned out, which is why I highlighted this one in my Substack newsletter and also in my post on Instagram. The dogs were so cute. I think I should have probably given this guy a little bit more shadow, or maybe a bit of shadow, but they were all around I would say 15 minutes approximately each. Hi Leslie, good morning. Hi Louise, good morning. So that's that. I've chosen an image of Frida. So if you're just joining, I'm going to be painting Frida Kahlo today. It was either Frida Kahlo or I was thinking Elizabeth Moss. But I think to save me doing a Mexico image, I'm going to combine the two today because I have class this afternoon and I've got to get a lot of other things done as well. Oh, C said she enjoyed it. She said it was a nice meet. Thank you, C. It was a nice meet, and thank you everyone who came. All right, I'm just going to put I'm going to lock screen because it keeps turning on me. So I found an old photo of Frida. There are lots of photos of Frida, and this was an old one on Pinterest. I don't know who the photographer is, but I like this composition of Frida, and there are lots of portraits of Frida around. So I'm gonna do her necklace. I'm not sure whether to do it in orange or whether to do it in like all the blues, like the turquoises. That's quite the necklace that she's got. And I was actually looking at all her necklaces. That would be a really good project as well. The 100 days of Frida Kahlo necklaces and jewelry. So if you do have images and you've posted, please tag me so I can share them as well on my stories. All right, let's get started. I'm going to try and start and finish one today. And I'm going to do this in leftover gouache as much as I can, and then start with some fresh gouache. But I'll just spray this gouache first and see if I can reactivate it a little bit. Or a lot. Anybody drawing today? Painting? What you up to? Tell me. Hi Rekka, how are you? Good morning. All right, so if I do her necklace blue, then I think I can do her the background almost like an orange color. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to, and I may have to look at some turquoise necklaces. Rekka, I am working on Frida Kahlo today. I haven't drawn a Frida Kahlo for a long time. Way back, probably in 2016, 17. Oh no, wait, actually further back than that. It was when Sketchy was just starting out. I got my first iPad, and there was that program called Paper, and you had these little sketchbooks, and so every Friday I would do a picture of Frida, and that the hashtag was Frida Friday, and um my my Fridas did not look like Frida, but I really enjoyed it, and it was a way for me to learn how to work digitally. So that's kind of what I chose a subject, and I pushed myself to try and figure out how to digitally draw, and she was my subject matter. And I like her because she, like, if we're doing March Make a Difference, she did make a difference. She stood up for women's rights, and even through her accident, she was still a voice for women in Mexico. Susan says, Frida, it's so fun to see who you choose to draw every day. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Well, Susan, it's a little bit selfish of me because this way I don't have to do my 100-day project. This is my 100-day project. So today I was thinking I've got so much to do today that if I spend time trying to get my 100-day project done as well, I'm not going to get everything else done. So I was finalizing, talking about Mexico, I was finalizing Oaxaca for next year, and I'm going to be releasing a little video maybe today or tomorrow, and you can see the prices, etc. The release date is on Monday. Monday at 10 a.m. is going to be the launch date. And that's kind of important for you to know, because if you do want to come, you need to get on there quickly, and at least like really have a think about it over the next few days. The lovely thing is that we are going to be staying more central this time. They have chosen a lovely hotel, which I'll send you guys a link, and you can kind of have a look at the itinerary, etc. This way we're going to be doing a lot more of visiting museums and print stores, and because we'll be right there downtown. We are literally, like, I think probably 2 minutes walk from the main square. So I'm excited about that. Not that I didn't not like the other place, and I thought it was really nice, but this place has a terrace, like a rooftop terrace that we can sit and draw in the evenings. Yeah, so I'm excited. So that's on Monday at 10 a.m. the launch will be. Good morning, Melissa. How are you? Melissa, I was showing everybody the pencil, the lovely pencil that you gave me on Monday. I'm not using it today, but I used it yesterday for sketching out Margaret Atwood. And if you didn't see the end of this, how I completed her, I finished her actually over on Substack Live. So that is, if you are a Substack subscriber, and you don't have to be a paying one, but if you are a Substack subscriber of my newsletter, you can have a look at how I finished her. Half of it is here and half of it is over there. Hey Mocha Tribe, how are you? Hi Meryl, good morning. And Rekha says, I love Frida Kahlo, but I never one of hers either. I'm not sure what that is. I never drew one of hers maybe. So I'm using my gouache that I was using yesterday, so I'm just reactivating that. So it's a little bit watery right now. And then I will add some paints if I need to add some. It's very watery. Not super fresh in color, I think, because there's too many blues on the page, but I can at least get her sketched out with the paint. So today in our portrait class, we are drawing or we're painting with watercolors just. And that's all you'll need today is watercolors. Tomorrow we're going to be using a bit of mixed media. Oh, that was a bit too far over. I gotta bring her face out a little. Just getting her features in the right spot, and then I can come back in with paint. Even though I am using paint, but it's good to just do this. It's like sketching with paint, which is also what we're going to be doing with watercolors. So don't worry about bringing any pencils either, because it'll be watercolors that we'll be using to sketch with. So the nice thing is about sketching like this is that, or sketching with paint, is that you can just, well, you can go in a light color and then correct it with a darker color. Who is everybody else drawing? I'd love to know who you're drawing. Melissa says, I watched the replay here yesterday and saw you use the rainbow pencil. Ah, Reb. Hi, good morning, Reb. Oh, Rekka says, never painted one of hers. It's a typo, I missed a word. That's okay. Melissa says, I'm always fascinated when you color block like this. Yeah, I can see I've gone a little bit too far. The benefit of doing a live is that you do see your image taking shape on the computer in front of you, because I'm looking at comments, and so it's actually really helpful. Her ear may be actually a little bit too close. If I'm looking at this, it may be a little bit too close. We'll see. And Rekka says, hi, Reb. Yeah, let me know who you are drawing today. If you're doing or what you're doing, it doesn't matter who you're drawing or what you're doing. Let me know. Are you cleaning your studio? Are you just having your breakfast? I'm nosy. I want to know. Are you doing this project as well with us? Oh, that needs to come down. And I can see that her cheekbone needs to come out. I'm drawing a necklace. I've drawn necklaces before, and I feel like if you just draw the string first, it's so much easier than trying to hook all the beads up together, and then again just get the basic shape in. But I've got to do her skin first, so that's going to be on here first. Yeah, I'm going to adjust her eyes a little bit. I feel like my angle is a bit too extreme, so I'll be adjusting that. Can do that now. She does not have blue eyes, but just going to use the blue to bring that down. And I don't have much white on here, so I'm gonna get some more white out. All right, today I'm going to put a pattern behind her. I think she needs a pattern there. And because I'm doing a blue necklace, I'm going to work with warm colors back here behind her, and then we're doing all right for time as well. So they have this flower, I can't remember the name of it, but there's a flower on the tree that's all fluffy, and it's really pretty. If anybody knows the name, you can tell me what the name is. But it's bright pink. It's like a fuchsia pink. And it was flowering when we were there. And it's a big tree. Maybe you have it in Texas too, Meryl. Is it a mimosa tree? No. It's like, no, it's a fuchsia flower, and it looks kind of like this, but it's super delicate. So it's pink flowers, bright pink. They're almost fluorescent. I don't think I've got, on my iPad, I don't have the flower. Is anybody here who was with us? Is it the bottle bush? It could be the bottle bush, Reb. Susan says, amazed that you can get the eye detail with that brush. I know, the brush. You know what? The brush actually has quite a good point on it. See that, Susan? So like that, you can get a lot of, yeah, it's fine. Bonjour, comment ça va? Hippo says, I forgot about the hour change. Oh, I know. When's your hour changing, Hippo? So I haven't done much with the yellow in the background, and I think that's it's okay because I'm putting a pattern over the top. You don't really need extra. I think I need something, maybe something green. And patterns, you don't have to overthink patterns. Patterns, they can just be quite random, but as long as you have the subject or the main shape repeating, and it looks like a pattern. It looks, yeah. All right, I'm gonna get fresh paint out. I don't know if I can fit it on here. I'm gonna try, because I'd like to make some skin tones for Frida. Or maybe I can do the, no, I have to do the skin first before I put her necklace on. So I'm gonna do that. Thank you, C. Made by Reb says, autumn could be right, mimosa as big. Oh, it could be big fluffy pink flowers too. I think it may be the bottle brush, Reb. It's like bright pink, like sort of like a fuchsia, like a, yeah, it's really bright. Okay, I don't think I need any more red. I can use that, and I've got that, and I've got enough blue on my palette that I really don't need to pick up any more blue. So it's really more about the white. I do have a picture of her skin tone, which I wanted to pick up. So that's gonna help me as well. And I think I need to correct her forehead. That's easily done. And yeah, her ear needs to come back a bit, so I do, this is one of the mistakes that I make a lot with my drawings, is this part. I narrow the head too much. You know, I think we all have something that we do when we, you know, when we're drawing, getting our portraits right. And this is, I think, too much, but let's see. Just gonna adjust shapes. This is gouache hippo. Hi, come on, Hannah. Hi, can the flower be in Mexican pink gardenia? I don't think it's a gardenia. Is there anybody who came to Mexico with me on the live here this morning? Is Maria here? I'm not sure if she's here this morning. Okay, I've got that. I think this angle also is a little bit, her nose is not very long, it's quite a short nose. So you have to be aware of that when you're drawing her. And then we'll come back with colors because she's a little bleached right now. Maybe it's too wide now. All right, I'm going to add a little bit of color. I'm going to change the size of my brush as well. Just going to block in a whole bunch of color because it's still at that point, the gouache, that it needs more opacity. So I'm building up the layers. That's gonna have to dry a little bit, so then I'll go back into her hair and adjust that. And put more light on this side of her neck. Good morning, Julie. Good morning, Jen. How are you? Maria, good morning. Okay, Maria, I'm glad you're here. Always glad you're here. But remember that flower that kind of looked like this but was fuchsia pink? Do you remember what it was? I know that, I don't know if you took a picture of it, but remember I went over that wall and got one? That sounds really adventurous, but it really wasn't, everybody. It really wasn't that adventurous. But I I saw it and I wanted to show everybody. It was in the Jalatlaco neighborhood where we had that late lunch and we were all starving. That one. And I was saying, Maria, in January, the hotel is actually downtown. So, and it has a little pool. I'm going to send you the link today so you can have a look. And the release date of the trip is going to be on Monday at 10 a.m. Eastern. So I'm going to be doing a little pre-video to get you all excited about signing up. There'll be an early bird special. On Monday. I don't remember. I'll look it up. Mexican honeysuckle, Hippo says. Hannah Maria says, Dahlia, one of them looks like you painting. Hannah Maria says, the flower was imported to Spain from Mexico in the year 1600. Oh, Maria says they're called fuchsia flowers. Well, that makes sense because they're so bright. Okay, everybody look up fuchsia flowers and then you will see what they actually look like. My paintings, it's just the shape. It's the memory of the shape for me that I've painted. So it's not really exactly what I've painted. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So if you're just joining, I'm painting Frida Kahlo, and I'm putting it in my 100-day project book because she is Mexican. And she was a huge voice of women's rights. She didn't live very long. I think she was born in 1907 and died in, was it 53? All right, I'm gonna get a little bit of blue on her white top, and then I'm gonna correct her hair, and then I will come back and work on her face. And of course, we are running out of time. Fuchsia magellanica. Thank you. So now everybody knows what this flower is. Thanks, Maria. And thank you all for joining yesterday. I was gonna say hi to you individually, but it was a little bit overwhelming when we first started because I was like trying to let people in, and then, you know, and then I can't see who's here because we spotlight, so thank you for joining yesterday in the drawing session with Sam. It was nice that you were all there. All right, and actually I think I'm gonna just take this before I switch my paintbrush, and I can see that it's not the best idea because it's picking up the other colors. But before I switch it, I just want to get a little bit of this color on her face. Good morning, or good evening, Nick. Hi, all managing to drop in. How nice to see Frida. Well, yeah, I was saying that I'm combining my March Make a Difference and my Mexican 100 days because I'm busy today. So I was trying to figure it out, and I'm like, oh, I actually can do that I can do. So just gonna get the, but nice of you to drop in. Can't speak this morning. And just a reminder, I will be putting some links and in Substack and Patreon today of sessions coming up. We have the chicken barn session, which C has provided pictures. That's going to happen on Saturday at 10 a.m. Eastern. Sorry, Nick. And then Sunday, it will be, we're going to be having a 3 p.m. 5th birthday for our Char's art class. So that is going to happen on Sunday at 3 p.m. Eastern, which I know for Australia that is really early on Monday morning, so I don't know if you can drop in, Nick, but that's really the only day that we can do it. And it makes sense because it's actually the 5th anniversary on the 16th. And then next Monday is St. Paddy's Day, and Helen Stark and I are doing a co-hosting session, and we're drawing Ireland. You just have to come with something green on, so you have to come dressed in, not dressed in green, but wear something green. Julie says, when are you not busy? In the evening. I can't work very well in the evening, so evenings are not very good for me. Mornings are better. I kind of collapse at like 9:30, 10. Martina says, a late hello, did you start earlier? Martina, our times have changed. Our clocks have changed already. We changed last weekend, so I think that's confusing a lot of people in Europe. So right now over here, I don't like this brush. Right now over here, I really do have to go through all my brushes and get the ones out that I like for gouache, because I mean, they keep changing on me, and I'm using a lot of watercolor brushes, which I shouldn't be using. But I don't like the wiggly ones for gouache. Oh, let's try this one. Yeah, so the time's changed. So right now it's 7:43 our time, Martina. And I'm not sure what time is it over in Germany. I think you're only 5 hours difference now. So also, I know that I have been talking about Mexico a lot, but I will be also releasing Italy and France in 2020, like for 2026. And those are both incredible trips and will be released very shortly. I'm just going to get Mexico released because that will be coming up sooner than the others. But if you're interested in France or Italy, please let me know so I can send you the links. They're actually in the description in my YouTube, so if you ever want to just go and take a peek, you can. So I had to correct my portrait yesterday when I came off of, I didn't realize, so I came off of the live over on Substack, and I took a photo, and I had left an area which was completely white, and when I photographed it, the camera picked up the white and then dulled the whole face. Like, it looked so bizarre. So I had to go in and basically paint a very, very light pink over the white, because the camera couldn't distinguish the value. I think it was the texture, but it just completely changed her face. So yeah, so when I did that, I had to work a little bit more on it after the fact. Okay, let's add a little bit of warmth to underneath her neck. And I can see I may be finishing this a little bit later as well. Nick says, I think your 3 p.m. is 6 a.m. the next day in Melbourne. Is that okay, Nick? Or is that too early for you? You're just gonna have to get up really early. That's an early party, that is. So he says, I can't paint in evening. Oh, in the evening either. Melissa says, evening is my creative time. Yeah, you're like a nighttime bunny, you are. All those videos of you guys in Japan in clubs, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like, it makes me feel like I was in my 20s again, just that nightlife. And I felt extremely old and tired. Because I'm like, I don't know how you do it. That was like really very late. Late. Oh, she looks like a very moody lady in this one. I gotta correct her color of her eyes. Let's try and do that now. A lot of leftover paint here, so oops. Wrong shape of her lips. I need to correct that. I need to have a paintbrush where I can correct. How's everybody doing? And what are you doing? I've heard Meryl, what are you up to? I know that, are you painting this morning yet? Maybe people are not painting yet. My messy palette. My very, very messy palette. Let's pull this in here and I need more red. Martina says it's 12:43 in Germany. Okay. Nick says, very early party, but with coffee, I will be okay. Great. And Melissa says, okay, we had naps before going out. Okay. How we do it, naps. Naps is how you do it. Like little cat naps or like hour-long naps. Afternoon siestas. C says, naps are early afternoon or when I just collapse. I'm drawing Frida in colored pencils. That's what Meryl's doing. And, oh, Jennifer is drawing bison. Is there a reason for you drawing bison, Jennifer? Did I miss something? Should I know that you're drawing bison? I have 6 minutes left. I may have to extend this a little bit, this one. I have to be careful with the silhouette of the hair because I can't correct the pattern. So this is where you put the pattern first and you just make sure that you are not going too large with the hair. So I think this is actually too wide here, but that's, I'm just gonna go with that. I can't correct anything. So even like right now at this stage, I'm still looking at shapes and, you know, like the shadows and what shapes they are, and more than, I'm really not thinking about anatomy at all. Like I feel like you really don't need anatomy when you're drawing a face. You can just, if you're copying something, if you're making, but it is good to know because this way you can draw a face without having a subject matter in front of you. And also maybe you can turn the face, so it's not that it doesn't matter, but in this case I really don't need it. I'm going to just soften up the edge a little, just do a bit of dry brush there so that so that it's not such a harsh line on her hairline there. That's a little bit harsh on that other side, even though it is in shadow, and I'm going to make that side of her face a little bit darker too. Need a little bit darker underneath her chin. I really did want to get all her jewelry in as well, so have I made her face too short? Maybe a little. I think it's that eye there. I gotta correct that. And then also the white of the eye on the other side is too bright, so I'm going to dull that. And then some shadows are just too harsh, I think, so need to correct those. Oops. Totally understand if you guys have to go. Thank you for joining this morning. I'm kind of deep in this portrait, so I'm going to be probably here for another 10 minutes and hopefully get a little bit more done. Nick says, Oh, I completely missed it. Jennifer says she's painting bison. She's a journalist. And, oh, when Melissa takes a nap, it's for an hour or two. Oh, Hippo says the Palestine journalist Jennifer Brown. Is that it? And Natty says, thank you, Shara. This was a nice session. I read a bit on the artist you're painting, and she's an exciting lifestyle. Your creative style is amazing. Oh, thank you, Natty. And Melissa says, I think your mic might be a bit fuzzy, at least for me. Yeah, a few crackles in audio, but not too bad. Oh, it could be because I'm just not projecting my voice. Maybe that's what it is. And I need to set up a mic, I think, for YouTube live. I don't have that set up, so I have to set up that. Nick says, okay, I have to go join a webinar, but they seem to be doing okay in Spanish. Wish me luck. Oh, good luck. Well, and C says, I have to leave, but we'll check in on Frida now. Oh, it's okay now. Yeah, it's because I wasn't projecting my voice. I have to figure that out as well. You know, there's a lot to figure out. There's a lot to figure out. I wish my daughter would like take a social media class and she could help me. That would be great. There's no shine in Frida's eyes, so I'm not going to put it there. But I do need to correct there, because that's always a little bit too harsh. And also on top of her nose here, it can be a little bit brighter. Haven't really done too much with her ear. And she has really good cheekbones, so I'm going to correct the eyes a little bit, and then let's just get a little bit of a lighter blue on her jewelry. That's not light enough. This probably would be good to do with neo colors. But just catching the light on the one side. And I can actually go over with a neo color as well. Friends, don't forget to hit the thumbs up. Thank you so much, Melissa. Sorry, I'm kind of like I'm trying to get a lot of this done, and I know that I've gone quiet, so I apologize. I will see some of you at 1 p.m. today for our portrait class. And then don't forget to take a look at what Melissa's doing on Thursday. We're going to be drawing from her images from Japan, which will be really cool. Can't wait to see them. And then make sure you check your emails, because there will be lots of links for you to sign up for, whether it is, oh, that's too dark, whether it is the party on Sunday or the chicken barn meet on Saturday. And if you are a Patreon, you should have gotten an email saying enjoy a free month of Substack, because that's where I will be in a couple of months' time. I won't be posting anything on Patreon. Patreon for now is just normal, like nothing's going to change for a couple of months, but I do want you to enjoy and get used to Substack, and I will try and make a video as well of how to navigate Substack, or how I navigate Substack, because I'm sure other people do it differently. Or maybe there's a good video that I can suggest people to watch as well. Maybe I don't even have to do one. Maybe there is a video there, like how I'm trying to explain and describe, and I don't have to do it myself. So I'll see. I will have a look. But yeah, if you have to go, please. I totally understand. Really trying to get it to look like Frida. I don't know her, but I have seen so many images of her that I feel like and people have seen so many images of her that it's really difficult to get that likeness. See, even though the other brush is a lot bigger than this one, the other brush had more precision, because it had a better tip to it. Oops. Okay, everything is becoming this muddy pink color, which I don't love, so I'm gonna have to let it dry, and then I'll come back and do some more, because it's just becoming a little bit too samey. And over here I need to correct as well because it's not. It should be a little bit darker. There's something wrong with her lips. Need to correct those. Really, I think it's just because I don't have the depth that I need. Or maybe it's this bit that is not low enough. Maybe I need to lower her lips a little. Maybe that's better. I think on this side as well, it is not. I think I've got that angle a little bit wrong. Okay, I'm going to stop playing around with her now, I think. Let's just go a little bit darker in the necklace, in the shadow area. Just deepen that slightly. I would have liked to put like a pattern on them as well. But this 100-day project is supposed to only be like a 20-minute a day. Doesn't. It's definitely not that. Martina says, amazing. I love to watch. Thank you so much, Martina. I think her chin needs to be a bit more square. Yeah, I think I need to just, I'll probably go away from it and come back like after my walk with Piper and then go, okay, that needs to be adjusted, that needs to be adjusted. So I'll probably do that before I post it. think that was it as well. And then I don't need the light underneath her eye there. Sometimes you think that there needs to be more light or a lighter tone, but yeah, you gotta watch for that as well. That was probably a little bit too dark. I've gone way over my time, but thank you for joining and being here. I'm looking forward to visiting your pages and seeing what you guys have been up to. Okay, I'm gonna leave her like that. Frida is done. And this is day 17 out of 100. Frida Kahlo. Thank you everybody for watching. I'm sure there's some things that I could probably correct, but it's okay. Oh yes, I could probably do that as well, but I can just do that with a new color. Thank you, Natty. It's not super bright, but it's okay. I can probably work a little bit more into the necklace too. Like I feel like there's too much white and bright on it that it takes it away from her face. So if it was a little bit darker, I think it would work better. Right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Have a really good day, everybody. I will see some of you later. Bye.